I was 12 when I ruined my older brother's life. It sounds dramatic, I know, but it's the truth, plain and simple. It started over something so stupid, so incredibly small, that it makes my stomach turn just thinking about it. We were fighting over the Xbox. Standard sibling stuff, right? Mark was 16, going through that phase where everything I did breathed pure annoyance into his soul. He had some racing game paused, and I wanted to play Minecraft. I kept pestering him, poking his shoulder, whining. He finally snapped. He shoved me back. Not hard, just enough to get me out of his personal space. "Get lost, you little pest," he muttered, not even looking away from the screen. I was furious. The kind of irrational, red-hot fury only a 12-year-old can muster when they feel slighted. I wanted him to pay. My mom was in the kitchen, already stressed about money and my dad's upcoming work trip. I stormed in, forcing tears into my eyes, and delivered the lie that would crack our family foundation. "Mark punched me in the stomach," I sobbed, clutching my midsection for dramatic effect. I knew my parents were already on edge with him. His grades had slipped. He'd been hanging out with some older kids they didn't like, and he was constantly pushing boundaries. My lie was just the match they needed. My mom marched into the living room, her face pale with anger. The fight was explosive. Mark tried to defend himself, his voice cracking with desperation, but they wouldn't listen. They believed the 12-year-old in tears over the rebellious teenager. The punishment was severe. He lost his car privileges, his phone was taken, and he was grounded indefinitely. They even threatened to send him to a military school if his violent tendencies continued. I watched it all unfold from the hallway, feeling a sick sense of victory. Serves him right, I thought, but the victory was hollow. Mark withdrew completely. The spark in his eyes died. He stopped arguing, stopped trying to explain himself. He just existed, like a shadow in his own home. 6 months later, he was gone. He left a note on his stripped bed. Just 2 sentences. "You never believed me anyway. Don't bother looking." My parents were devastated. The guilt ate away at them, and eventually, it ate away at their marriage. They split up when I was 15, both carrying the ghost of their runaway son. For years, I told myself it wasn't my fault. I was just a kid. He was already troubled. I buried the memory of that lie so deep I almost convinced myself it hadn't happened. Then, 3 days ago, I got an email. It was from an address I didn't recognize. The subject line was blank. "Hey," the email read, "It's Mark." Or, well, not Mark anymore. I go by a different name now. My heart stopped. "I just wanted you to know," he wrote, "that I'm alive. Barely sometimes, but I'm here. I've spent the last 10 years bouncing between halfway houses, crappy apartments, and jobs that pay under the table. I've been hungry, I've been cold, and I've been completely alone. And it all started because you couldn't handle being told no over a stupid video game. You broke their trust in me, and once that was gone, I had nothing left in that house." I replied immediately, my fingers trembling over the keyboard. I typed apologies, excuses, begging for a chance to explain, a chance to make it right. The email bounced back. The address had already been deleted.